is the season for Halloween, and to start you all off with getting in the holiday spirit, check out someone getting punched in the face.
Trick or treat! Trick or treat! You want to take a piece of candy from the scarecrow?
What are you gonna say?
I got two guys.
Watch my back! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
Hey, you!
You alright? Man, you alright?
God. Is he okay? Oh my god.
Unfortunately, before he got this clip to YouTube, he died from the double concussion and brain swelling. But we still laughed.
Don't ever scare a black man. Ever.
Woo! Ah!
Oh god, there's a ghost! This is SCNS Live. Hello guys! Welcome to an all-new episode of SCNS Live. So on tonight's episode, I don't know if you guys realize this, but tomorrow's Halloween!
My absolute favorite holiday!
That's right, and each one of us, I don't know, you might be already guessing this, but each one of us is dressed up in a different costume. So, to my right is the lovely Cora. Cora, what are you dressed up as?
I'm supposed to be like a Harlequin thingy mabub. I don't really know. I just wanted to wear my top hat and put cool makeup
Harlequin
on.
Slash. And then we've got next to her, we've got Jason the X.
What's up? I'm actually doing Kamen Rider Game!
Oh no.
Am I going to do it? Should I do it?
Do it, do it.
Do it, do it!
No? On.
Here we go. All right. And that's it.
Orinja.
That thing is so freaking cool. I have
Stealth
to admit.
cosplay,
I
yes.
think that is pretty awesome.
It's
Although
like
I
Goku Driver.
keep expecting orange slices to come out of it.
I'll show you some episodes later.
And then to my left is the always awesome Robin Truby.
I'm a zombie. Or a zombie killer. Take your pick.
And I'm your host, Matt, dressed up as a guy who's just trying his best.
You're not trying hard enough.
I know.
At least you admit that.
Zombie!
No! We actually all took a survey before this all started, and it was how long would you last in a horror movie? I ended up only lasting 61 minutes, but I was the guy who was just trying to help and knew how to do everything, but died before he could kill anybody.
Rob, what was yours?
I lived.
That's right, 82
Impossible.
minutes.
82 minutes throughout the whole thing. I lived.
Impossible. Okay, I died heroically.
Yeah, you
I
did.
didn't take the survey because I already know the answer. I am the blonde bitch that dies first.
She would have been that one that would have been like, oh, zombies. Now I'm a zombie.
She's the one that starts the catalyst of, well, where's Cora?
Yeah.
I guess we should go investigate. Whereas I would be like, well, we should just call the cops.
Yeah.
Let's get a helicopter and a floodlight out here.
Let's sleep in the car. Let's not worry about going into the deep, dark woods.
The reason why y'all die, as I said before, you guys would want to investigate and help and do this. I'm like, fuck all y'all. I'm getting out of here. There's too much weird shit going on.
It's true. We would actually want to go help
I
and
believe-
find people.
I would just cry in the corner until it all was over.
I believe I discussed how I would investigate a sound. You know, crack, bam, bam, bam. What was that?
It was
Maybe that's why I die. Maybe I step on a random thing
You
and
know what? She steps into something I laid. Damn, I was going to use that on the monster.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
You ruined my trap.
So, welcome to an all-new Halloween edition of SCNS Live as we're talking about gore and death and horror films and everything. So, on tonight's episode, we also have a couple of, to get you in the holiday mood, we've got some spooky stories.
Spooky fingers, spooky fingers.
Big fingers!
You're not the camera, folks. Get out.
Okay.
All right. Then we've actually got more scary stuff in Oh Hell No. And we've got Marvel releasing some awesome Phase 3 news. So we're all going to be doing some of that. We're also going to be talking about some channel control, which is going to be awesome. We've got Constantine. Cannot wait to talk about that show. Fantastic season premiere, or series premiere is fantastic. But, as we always do, let's start off with Super Cool Nerd News. So the war between Xbox One and PS4 is still raging on, but PS4 has pretty much dominated the war so far. And Xbox has known that. They realize that, which is why they first started off with their price being $500 and then have brought it down to about $400 without the Kinect, which at this point the Kinect's kind of a dead product anyway. And then you've got now, on starting November 2nd through the end of the year, Xbox One is going to be dropped $50. So it'll now be $350 until the remainder of the year. I'm kind of expecting it's going to be throughout the remainder of the lifetime, because you don't just drop down a price and then say, no, we're bringing it back up now. That's the first way to kill a product. But one thing is that it's exclusive to America only. So we actually talked about a story a long time ago about PS4s flying off the shelf in Japan, but so many being unsold. And now they're going to remain unsold because this $50 deal is only an American exclusive. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. So honestly, I'm kind of thinking about getting one while the getting's good. But at the same time, it's like, really, Microsoft? Really?
See, $350, that's still too much for me. Nope.
I'm
Not doing it.
I'm not getting one because it's just I don't do Xbox. Sorry. I mean, I love Halo, but other than that, nah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm fine with PlayStation.
I would probably get it just for Halo and Titanfall. But everything else is going to be all PS4 anyway, or PlayStation, so it's...
Yeah,
whatever.
I'm not buying a whole system for one game. Not
Yeah.
doing it, so...
Well, you see how Jason is a collector of toys. I'm a collector of consoles. So I would probably just buy it so I'd have the whole set. I've actually got almost all consoles. I love it. Anyway, so moving on from that, actually we just talked about Destiny, so why don't we have some Destiny news? Rob?
Yeah. Like I said, Destiny. The new expansion, The Dark Below, is coming out December 9th. Yes! This is my current crack game.
Yep.
And I will sit there and do strikes all day long.
If you watched us on Extra Life, you would have saw me, Rob, and Eric, the father gamer, just sitting there playing for so long. And it was amazing because we're like, oh, well, what mission are we going to do next? And Rob's like, oh, I'll do it. Let's go do a strike. And we do a strike against the hardest.
It wasn't that hard.
We died horribly.
I'll tell you right now, it has
Yeah,
totally
well.
been my productivity killer since this game came out.
It's been so much fun. And all these updates, like the expansion you're talking about.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So, yeah, the expansion will be $20, $19.99 in the U.S. That's just that expansion alone, or if you have the season pass, $34.99. But that gives you the Wolf's Den, I believe, which is going to be the second expansion. Anyway, the game will be giving you, it'll be about a new character named Eris, and who's been hiding amongst the Hive, and their story as far as the Hive trying to summon this god, and this character Eris telling you, hey, you got to stop this, blah, 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 and you're a fight. They'll be adding 3 new strikes. Strikes!
Yeah!
Yes, because I'm getting bored with the ones we got.
Three new
We have vengeance on
PvP
Mars.
arenas, crucibles, and there will be a 4th strike for PlayStation only. So,
Excellent.
yeah.
I guess I won't be buying an Xbox One anytime soon.
You bastards.
Oh, that's right. You don't have a PS4.
Maybe if I'd stop spending money on toys.
You might have $400 to spend.
Yeah. Tell that to my Masterpiece smoke screens over there.
Why don't you have it out? Normally you'd have it to show off.
I don't know. I didn't.
Don't tell him to pull it out.
Whip it out.
I can't.
This is a
I don't
family
wanna
show.
see that.
I often tell him to whip it out.
No,
You don't
no!
play when I tell you to whip it.
That is
out.
inappropriate, Jason.
Anyway, let's see it. Let's see it.
Who wants to see my smoke screen?
This doesn't sound right at all, but it's amazing. All right. Speaking of smokescreen, let's talk about some Avengers news. We've got some amazing news for a trailer.
Okay,
Go.
so yeah, y'all may have seen that Avengers 2: Age of Ultron had a little trailer come out on YouTube. That damn Hydra. At the time that I put this story up, it was at 34 million views within 24 hours. Well, scratch that because it is now, for trailer, at over 50 million views. Is anybody else ready for this movie? Because I must see it. I must see it. And then, of course, Marvel did release some extra footage of the Avengers kind of joking around, trying to lift Thor's hammer, which, you know, I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but if you ain't seen this trailer, what the hell is wrong with you?
And it's on that clip is on the official Marvel YouTube, so it's not going to be taken, and it's actually a second trailer.
Also, thank you, Marvel, for letting us
Yes.
show that clip live on the show last week. We appreciate it. That was one more view for you guys. One more.
Yay.
But
To be honest, they were kind of like, fuck it, it's already been leaked.
it's like, you know what? We're going to go after these SCNS Live guys. Just screw it, man. Just let them play it.
Big shit on DC every
mean-
episode. Let's just let them do it.
I mean, seriously, I am still not bored of hearing James Spader go, there are no strings on.
I still think there's nobody else that could voice Ultron.
Not
because,
anymore.
Like, James Spader is phenomenal. And we'll talk more about, you know, what else
that's-
came out recently.
that's
too.
all I
I
ask, you know.
think there are a lot of people who can do Ultron.
But-
Yeah, but James Spader, man.
But-
it's James frickin' Spader.
In summation, I mean, granted, we just saw some footage for Avengers 2, but we haven't seen anything for Dawn of Justice yet, so, you know.
That's not true. We saw
I'm-
a teaser.
Okay, is it officially on DC's YouTube? No, it's not. DC, take it. Just take it. That's all I got. One page.
Okay.
Do something right.
Now, taking a page out of Boomerang is Hulu. And more on that story is Miss Cora Barton.
Yes, I'm so excited. Okay, so all of us 90s kids grew up watching these awesome cartoons on Nickelodeon. We grew up watching Ren and Stimpy. We grew up watching Invader Zim, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, all these great cartoons.
Filthy humans!
Yes.
My favorite cartoon.
Well, good news is Hulu is going to be getting them. Now, the only official ones that we know of for sure are going to be Invader Zim, Ren and Stimpy, and Hey Arnold. However, the wording of the article kind of gave leeway that probably going to be others, which I expect to see the others. I'm waiting for Rocko's Modern Life. I love that show. Probably shouldn't, but I do. But this is awesome because it's free streaming, and it should be ready about the end of this year. So New Year's, you guys can have a cartoon watching party. That's what I'm going to do for my New Year's. I'm just going to sit there with a bunch of alcohol and watch all these cartoons I watched as a kid.
I'm going to watch Invader Zim until it's not funny anymore, and it's still... Every time I hear him, I just want to say to you, filthy monsters. Just, God, oh, yes. Even though I have them all on DVD, I'm still going to watch them all. So. Thank you, Hulu.
Thank you.
I've never seen Invader Zim. I've heard a little bit about it, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Of course, Ren and Stimpy. It's my ice cream.
That show, well, let's be honest here. Like 90s kids shows on Nickelodeon, there were two at least that were probably not for kids ever.
Oh, there was, there was so much adult humor in Ren and Stimpy that as kids, we didn't get it. And now I watch it. Like, remember the Happy Happy Joy Joy song?
Yes.
The lyrics between Happy Happy Joy Joy are some of the most disturbing out there.
It is. And you only
I told her I'd shoot. Why didn't you believe me? Why didn't you believe me?
But you only remember Happy Happy Joy Joy. Like, as a kid, that's all you remembered. You're like, Happy Happy
I think I was like 23. I was
Like-
like, oh, the Happy Happy Joy Joy. And then I hear the lyrics between. I'm like, wait a minute. I listen to that.
Dude,
Oh, yes?
I remember being on ship. We're headed to Bahrain or something like that, and someone got a care package for my wife, which was a cassette tape with Ren and Stimpy cartoons.
Wow.
So, for the next week, you got a bunch of Marines going overseas to go shoot shit, going happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy.
There is nothing more terrifying to a than to hear that while you're trying to fight. Like in a firefight, all you hear is happy, happy, joy, joy. Is that happy, happy, joy? Boom!
Along with that, though, they did do the Ren and Stimpy like adult one.
Yeah, that was
Will
was
that be
creepy.
included?
I highly doubt that might be a separate thing because that was a whole.
That's right. I got a
movie.
DVD.
That
Okay.
might be like
But-
mature audiences only.
But like the adult humor and stuff did not just pertain to Ren and Stimpy. It was also in like Rocko's Modern Life, hardcore.
Yes. yes.
Oh
He
man!
worked for a call
Oh
center.
man!
Good lord.
Be safe, be sexy. That was on the fucking poster.
Oh.
Well, and just pretty much just go back and watch an episode of Rocko's Modern Life. Just go back and watch one episode, like one of those little segments. Just watch it. Hell, his friend worked at the Choky Chicken.
you
Wait, what?
Yeah.
never see?
Yeah.
No, I caught
I
that.
forgot about
I've
that.
never
That's
watched
right,
it.
He did.
I've never watched it.
Okay,
so.
Rocco, who is a wallaby, has a best friend named Heifer the cow. Haha.
He's a heifer.
And it's either he works or his favorite restaurant is the Choky Chicken.
Wow.
All right, so that's another one added
phenomenal.
to the list.
I love it.
It's a great show. I think you'd very much enjoy it, Rob.
Okay.
So now, and when are these going to start coming out? Are they available now?
They will be available at the end of 2014 is about when
Okay.
they're going to be ready. So beginning of 2015, we're guessing maybe around New Year's Day, Eve Day. You can just have a marathon of cartoons.
That's.
Well,
I kind of want to.
I'll be way too drunk to marathon those days.
I also
Or
just
you'll
want,
be so drunk and you'll be like, "This is funny."
I also want to just point out of the official ones that have been that have been chosen that we know for sure, Ren and Stimpy, Invader Zim, and Hey Arnold. Of those three, Hey Arnold doesn't seem to fit into this category.
No, it's so true. It's like one of these things.
It's not like the other. Because
It
I
is
mean,
Hey Arnold.
because you got Invader Zim, which is grotesque and
Mhm.
pushes boundaries, and then you've got Ren and Stimpy, which there are no boundaries.
No.
And then you got Hey Arnold, and it's about family and together and all these other like learning lesson things.
Gosh.
Which that is no hate on Hey Arnold. I freaking love that show. I can still watch it and enjoy it. So, but it's one of those.
Well, something else that's coming back from the 90s
Yes.
is X-Wing and TIE Fighter.
Woo!
Star Wars X-Wing and TIE Fighter, the video games, are being re-released. Yeah, right there. Gorgeous things, right? They're being re-released on PC, and they're actually should be available right about now. And now, this is like a decade long that it hasn't been around. And this is a game that, like, everyone loved because you're in a ship. And I know you, like, Jason, one of your favorite things about Star Wars were the ships.
Yes, and I played these games like you would not believe. So, yeah, it's gonna be a rough month.
That's going to be your new counterproductive.
It's my new crack.
Yes. God, it was so much fun.
I loved X-Wing. Even the X-Wing games that came out on GameCube. I bought a GameCube just for Rogue Squadron. Which,
Oh, I loved Rogue
hint,
Squadron.
hint, I need a new Rogue Squadron game.
Yes.
So, yeah. Yes, rock the freaking starships. Bring it back. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And they should be available on such services as Steam right about now. So you definitely want to check this out. Get it. It's only going to be about $10 each. Not really much, but man, it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Take you back to a lot of good times. A lot of good times.
Good time.
Good times. Now, less good of times is a story that Rob has. Rob.
Okay, so it appears that the greatest movie ever made. Okay, maybe not. Not the greatest movie ever made, but a pretty good movie. Scream will be coming to the small screen. Yes, they are going to have in 2015 Scream the TV series.
What?
Okay, what channel?
MTV.
Oh God, it's gonna be
It's-
teenage angst.
It's already been bought, and MTV is going to do it. So
Oh,
it's
someone's-
happening, whether you like it or not.
someone's gonna fall in love with the ghost. Someone's gonna fall in love with them, and it's gonna be like, I can't be with you anymore.
Why?
You murdered people.
But not you.
I
So
only murdered anyone who despised you.
yeah, we're
And
going to
now you're
have
popular girl.
going to have the shy girl, the art girl, the computer nerd, the athlete, the queen bitch on campus, Yeah. You know, I really liked the Scream movies. By 4, I was pretty much done. But as far as a TV series for this, I don't know, man.
I don't think a
really don't
TV
know.
series really fits it.
No. I mean, it's. I don't know if it's taking place after all that stuff or
I would think
the
so.
exact timeline.
It would probably make sense if it was like a copycat killer.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. I mean, they're going to have it. I'll probably check it out. I know my daughter, Karen's daughter, Brooke, will be watching it because of Teen Wolf, so it's going to have Teen Wolf, Scream, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, don't get me started on Teen Wolf.
As long as it ends with a sacrifice to the gods, like Cabin in the Woods, like that is the only way I would watch the show. I really will.
Yeah, the sacrifice of the gods in Cabin in the Woods was the whole world died.
Yeah. Because they don't actually sacrifice everybody.
Okay, so
Now-
there you go.
And now, now, Jason, we've got some more creepy news, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. You've got
Shorty,
on Ex Machina.
I'm in love with the stripper.
Give me my hat back.
I felt like T-Pain for a second. I need to modulate my voice. a
We
bit.
should, yeah.
Anyway,
I'm on a boat.
I had to get the full details of this one. So, Alex Garland, who actually wrote 28 Days Later and Dread 3D, is making his first directorial debut with a sci-fi thriller called Ex Machina. Look at this freaking poster. I don't even care what this movie is about. I just know that
That is badass.
I loved
It really
28
is.
Days Later. I loved Dread 3D. I am watching this. Now, I do have the synopsis for the movie. It is starring a 24-year-old coder at the world's largest internet company, played by Star Wars Episode 7, Domhnall Gleeson. Is that us? Domhnall?
Yeah.
Domhnall Gleeson. He wins a competition to spend a week in an exclusive retreat owned by his reclusive CEO. However, he finds that he's been selected to take part in an experiment with the world's first AI housed in the body of a beautiful robot woman. So our stars list are going to be Oscar Isaac, Domhnall Gleeson, and Alicia Vikander, and it will distribute stateside April 10th, 2015. Now, I like movies like this. I do, where it kind of explores the AI and the ramifications of all of it. And I don't know, with the guy that wrote Dread 3D helming this thing, I'm kind of sold already. I might be biased. I'm in. I'm all in.
No, I'm in complete agreement because I watched the trailer of it and automatically I was hooked. I thought it looked so awesome. It seems like it's going to be kind of a mystery because all of a sudden this one AI has more emotional intelligence than the other people that are in the room. So it starts deceiving people and it's you don't know what's right or wrong, and I'm so interested in it.
And it'll be like one at the end, what has science done?
And then, as usual, it'll be the beginning of Skynet.
Yeah.
Now,
Generally, yes. Mhm.
Generally. Now, we don't have the trailer on hand to show, but you can always go to Cinelinks.com, and they've got the trailer right up.
I'll put a
So,
link in there. I'll put a link in the description for it.
Oh, great! Yeah, we'll put a link in the description. So definitely check that out. It's really good. If you want to see that. Now, one thing that was actually really interesting, and I think it's kind of going to get us more into the mood of Halloween, is something that Cora has that involves Pokemon.
Yep. If you all remember, there has always been this rumor, this story that Lavender Town causes suicide, which I really don't blame any of those theories, because if you guys have played Pokemon Red, Blue, or Yellow, and you've gone into Lavender Town, you've heard that song, and it's creepy as fuck. And the town itself is already kind of interesting because, I mean, it's one of the only towns in the original trilogy of Pokemon games that does not have a gym.
Yeah, it's the big graveyard.
Right.
Yeah.
It seems like, oh, well, here's Lavender Town right here. You have the houses, and one of them is the Pokemon Center. And then that, right over here, there we go.
Yeah.
That right there is Pokemon Tower. And that is a huge graveyard. So it finally introduces the idea that Pokemon can indeed die.
Yeah.
Which you don't think about that because you don't think about it. But then,
Because they always faint in battle.
right, but then you have to remember the ghost Pokemon have to come from somewhere.
Right.
So that's a little bit of backstory on Lavender Town. Plus, well, actually, no, we're going to go into a little bit more, just because I don't know how many of you guys have actually played the original Red, Blue, Yellow games. Because I was like really little when that came
I
out.
played them like
I played a single Pokemon game.
All right,
I
so-
played every single one until they got to like the 3DS. Then because I don't have a 3DS, but yeah, I played every one of them.
I played those 3, and then I didn't play another one until Pokemon Y.
Oh no, I was addicted to Pokemon. It was the exact same game every time, but you're like, oh yeah, I gotta play Blue now.
There was always something different about it, though.
Yeah.
But
I like Madden.
Shut your mouth.
anyways,
Shut your mouth. This season has been really hard on me.
Lavender Town did have a purpose in the game. You had to go through the tower because there was something that you had to solve, but also there was an item you had to get,
Mm-hmm.
and it let you see the ghost Pokemon.
Yeah, the scope, right?
Yeah, it was like a scope or something,
Yeah.
and you could see the ghost Pokemon. But like, I encourage you guys to go find a playthrough of the game or something, or if you have it, play it again and go back through because the people say really weird stuff. You see people mourning.
I know it's really it's a creepy
the-
part of a game.
The main boss is a dead Cubone. It's
Yeah.
Cubone's ghost.
No, it's Marowak.
Oh, it's Marowak. I'm sorry. It's a Marowak
It's the mom.
ghost,
Mm-hmm.
which that's already just creepy enough, man.
Yeah.
But that's why the rumor has stuck around so long. Because, I mean, it's creepy. And, like, in the TV show, it was creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Because they kind of cut it down, they kind of cut it down a little bit to, it was, the Pokemon Tower, you know, just had Haunter, Gengar, and Ghastly.
Yeah.
That whole thing. And,
I mean, you had to walk around a while to get a Gengar. 'Cause
Yeah,
Gengar's hard to get in that game. You have to trade people in order to get
Nerds. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yeah. I love Pokemon. I know, like, almost everything there is about it.
but the moral of this whole story is Lavender Town's fucking creepy. And there is a creepypasta that has a different theory because it was like, you know, all these kids committed suicide playing this game. And part of it, a lot of people was saying it was the song. I don't know if this is true or false because I haven't actually had a chance to look up the actual information. But a lot of people said it was the song. And then someone on Creepypasta, because y'all are all Satan on there, decided to make it creepier. It was like, no. Will you stop that? I can
Ooh, it's a ghost. Ow!
It does make you wonder, though, what's the shelf life on a Pokemon? Like, does Snorlax get diabetes and die? Like, what's the deal?
I'd say it's like a gerbil. They got about 9 months.
So the entire Pokemon series is 9 months
That's why
long?
there's so many of them. You
Yeah.
just go get a new one.
So messed up.
Oh, Pikachu died. I'm gonna capture that one. See, in my reality, he's actually had like, I don't know, 50 Pikachus by now.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
And yet somehow true.
Well, speaking of shelf lives, what we're about to go into is channel control. And we'll see which one of these shows actually does have a shelf life, because one of them has actually been canceled after 4 episodes. So, with that, let's get to some channel control, starting with, how about...
The cancel show.
The cancel
Let's
show.
just get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. Get it out of the way,
right.
Rob. Get it out.
Okay, so, you know, during our fall preview episode, Jason talked about a story called Manhattan Love Story. Or maybe it was Cora. I can't remember. Someone talked about it. Anyway, that show's done. Now, I tried watching an episode, and probably 5 to 10 minutes in, I was like, I'm done. I can't watch this. It's every bad thing about a love story you ever thought. At least I think so. So, yeah. First show, new show this season canceled, Manhattan Love Story, goodbye.
Did we show the trailer for that one and I thought it was crap to begin with?
I think
Yeah.
we did.
I was
Yeah.
like,
It was
no.
pretty
Yeah.
bad. That, and I'm also very surprised that A to Z is not canceled.
Wait for
I
it.
was just going to mention that one, but
Right?
you know what?
Wait, that's not canceled yet?
No.
No.
Alex actually watches it. Like,
Why?
She watched the first couple episodes and she was like, "Oh, it's not bad." And then she it's on episode 4 or something. I don't know what it is. And she's like, "Yeah, just have it on as background noise now." Like, damn.
That's why it's still on, because
It's
people just have it on as background noise.
Yeah. And you know what? Ratings kill.
Okay, so that's out of the way.
Let's just finish it. Now, there was one that we had on here we wanted to get to last week, but we never got to, and that is Jane the Virgin.
Yeah, that was a show that I was shooting down that episode saying, you know, the girl who goes to the doctor for a pap smear and ends up getting artificially inseminated.
Well, to be fair, CW has a terrible way of just coming up with the most horrible titles for shows. So you end up thinking to yourself, it's like, whatever, judge a book by its cover, and then turns out to be not bad.
So, okay, the show has a narrator, and I like to keep on the closed captioning. So every time the narrator comes up, it's lover boy. Oh, no, Latino lover narrator.
Yes.
First great part of this show. The whole thing runs like a TV novella because it's a Hispanic family.
Wow.
And there's everything about this show. If any of you know the TV show Soap from back in like the 70s, late 70s, early 80s, whatever, this is just like that. It's actually very funny. I'm still watching it, which I thought I never would. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's my secret shame.
Well, that's okay. And of course, it's on the CW, so everybody looks dashing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Jane's mother looks like a sister that's 2 years older than her. Her mom is hot.
Yeah. That's how it is
Oh.
every single time. Like, you've got, like, the one outcast. If you just take off the glasses, she's gorgeous. And it doesn't happen until they get to prom or some crap like that. Every time. I'm also currently catching up on Vampire Diaries. And either way, secret shames. Let's move on. That was more for Karen.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have things to talk
She
about.
tries to make me watch it. I'm like, no.
It's really not bad. Anyway, we're moving on. So
Thank God.
Let's get to The Walking Dead. Top off.
Yes!
The Walking Dead.
Yes!
This season, my God, it's been good. Like
It's
every
been
episode
brutal.
has been so good.
Yes.
And the moment, the moment you think that the humanity's back, or maybe that they're coming back, or they're gonna be the right good guys, the heroes that lets their chasers, go. No. They slaughter.
Wait. Hold on now. I don't like what you're saying about Rick and the crew. They defended themselves. Look, these fools had a chance to live. They could have gone away. They're lucky that Rick Grimes did not come back and waste every one of them. Y'all should have done a smart thing. They brought that shit on themselves. That's all I got to say.
Now consider this, though. The reason I make that point is because most TV shows nowadays, the hero ultimately, or the hero group, ultimately decides, you know what, we'll let them go. They've already suffered enough, or what? Some stupid crap like that. But no, these guys, they've lost their humanity, and it's awesome.
In the real world, you had your chance.
Yeah.
Now, we ain't wasting bullets.
Well, and that was a discussion we had over, I think it was, I don't remember where it was, but it might have been Extra Life or something, but we talked about how these guys, they're worse than zombies. They were cannibals.
Oh, yeah, they were screwed up. They needed to go.
All right, so what you have is, I'm going to go from the comic book first. Issue 61 and 66 was the Hunter story arc, which was just people following them. They were traveling, and this group started following them. There was no Terminus. They just threw in Terminus to add this little build-up, this whole storyline to get this thing going. So the Hunters was like a 2-episode thing. And it ended pretty much the same way, except people say, oh my God, that was violent. Rick took out the hatchet, the machete, and just went to town. In the comic book, they did it by pieces. Rick put them on like a park bench and took like a hand and threw it in the fire. Then that much of the arm and threw it in the fire. Then the foot, threw it in the fire. They were pretty much dissecting these guys piece by piece and throwing them in there. So what you saw on TV was humane.
Yeah, I remember the moment after it ended, you put it on your Facebook, and I'm like, oh God, like, what the hell? But it's so funny because it's like, you want to say, like, at some point, Coral, go wait in the car. I just put them on, it's like, clap. But yeah, that's been freaking fantastic. Now, without spoiling it, what can we expect in the next few episodes if they follow the same kind of story?
They should be finding a town. They're throwing in this thing now where they're gonna go find Beth, I guess.
Yeah.
And of course, Beth is not really a character in the comic, so I can't say, oh, this is gonna happen and that is when it's gonna lead to this, whatever. There is another big character coming up who's supposed to be worse than the governor, but I don't know if they're going to get to him this season. All we know is that there's a group that snatched Beth, and they have to go find these people. Whether it's that guy that they're bringing in, who's, like I said, makes the governor look tame.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's probably going to tie into, because there's been a lot of foreshadowing about who took over Terminus first. And I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be what's all tied in together. Cause
I mean, it might not, because there's a period where they just find a safe haven for a while.
Oh, okay.
And
Then
then this other big bad guy comes in.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but the next episode, we finally get to see what happened with Beth, or hopefully get to see something like that. But now let's get on to kind of the main event that we really want to talk to you guys about.
Ding, 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 ding!
Constantine on NBC on Friday nights. Constantine finally premiered, and it was fantastic.
I don't know. My problem with the Keanu Reeves movie, because shut up. Sorry. He's blonde, he's British,
Yep.
and he's an asshole.
And he was all three.
And damn it, if that actor does not look like he stepped off the pages of a Constantine comic, seriously. I know they based the Constantine character off Sting, and with some subtle changes, but dude, he looks like him. When they were doing the covers, I was kind of like, okay, I'm with this.
Yeah. I mean, he acts like it too. And it's fantastic. Like, I was watching it, and I'm not a big reader of the Constantine
I am.
books, but my God, like, it was just awesome.
Oh.
And I hate that it's on Friday nights, by the way. Let me just
They
say
have,
that.
they have put this show in the death slot, and I don't like that at all.
No, and this is a great show so far. So eventually, this is probably all going to be on Netflix.
There was another show that was stuck in that Friday night death slot, X-Files.
Yep.
And that lasted for years.
This is a different time. However, there is one thing. Okay, and I hate to be greedy because I love the show, love the character depiction. It follows everything. But he has a really good buddy in the comics that I would love to make an appearance on screen. Can we have a Swamp Thing guest spot? Can we get Swamp?
I don't know about that one.
Come on, man.
I mean, okay, I have not read the comic book. I know of Constantine from people talking about him or reading like Wikipedia or just random stuff online about him. Don't know the character. So when I saw the movie with Keanu Reeves, I loved it. I had no back thing to say, oh, well, he's not this, he's not that, he's not this way. Movie was fine to me. I bought it. I watch it all the time. I'm good. TV show took it just a little bit closer to what the character is and his actual mannerisms. So either way, I'm good.
Now, I think because they kind of seem like they're going to go in the somewhat of the supernatural route, because of the way they ended the episode with all the bloodstains over all the entire map of the U.S., kind of seems like they're going to go from city to city to city to city, kind of trying to save people. So you never know. Maybe a Swamp Thing does show up.
I did get a comment just now. One of our viewers, Mike. What's up, Mike? Did it move too fast?
I don't think it did. I think for a pilot.
I liked that quick pace, honestly.
Yeah.
And also, Fate's helmet.
Yes. I love that. I love what he says. Put that thing down before it puts you down. Like, that's so cool.
Yeah, when I saw the previews for it, and I saw her the person pick up the helmet, I thought they were going to do like an episode around this thing and Naboo and chaos and order and stuff like that. But it was just pick up the helmet, put it down, okay.
Eventually, they probably will touch that.
I hope so.
I think so. I mean, you can't just foreshadow that and then not do anything. But I gotta say, as much as Marvel is taking over the cinema world, DC has pretty much conquered the TV world at the moment. Because you have, you got Arrow, you've got Flash, and now you've got Constantine, and it's been awesome. And these are all shows that I definitely want to keep watching. So give it some props. Give it some props.
What, Constantine?
I'm saying DC is pretty much doing a
I
great
love
job
Arrow.
with the TV
I love
world.
Flash. I don't love Gotham. I like
Gotham's
Constantine.
been good.
Gotham is damn good
I'm
now.
not getting. I can't,
Gotham's
I
been
can't
great.
get behind it.
See, this is what kills me about you. You don't want something, you say it sucks.
No,
Okay.
I watched the first episode of Gotham.
So keep watching.
You can't judge a show by its first episode.
I got too much other good stuff to actually watch.
You
I'm
know-
sorry. I don't have time to waste on
That's
crap.
that's
You know what's
like
funny.
I saw a black man once. Don't like niggas.
That is not even close, you asshole.
Pretty much.
With
Wow.
that, I think
And with that,
I
Matt,
think we need to
please.
take a break.
Thank you.
Thank Matt.
Channel control.
Whoa,
as we
hold on. Wait
as we take a
second.
break and go to our
Hold
HR
on,
office.
hold on.
Did I go
do
too
wanna
far?
make-
Did I
do
go
wanna
too
make-
far?
I do want to make one point. We had a served episode about whether or not Gotham was going to suck or not. And I was the pro, and you were the con. And I won! Damn it! Okay? I freaking won! You take that loss! Anyway, and it's really all because of the Penguin. Penguin's been the
Yeah,
best part of it.
Penguin and Harvey Bullock. Those are the two characters.
And they started with Riddler now. Riddler's starting to go a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm liking
Mhm.
that. Okay. That's it for channel control. We hit a lot of highs and lows there. But we're going to take a second. We're going to take a break. And we're going to show you pics from the rack with our very own Jason the X. With Jason, you're dealing with some issues right now.
I don't like these changes to picks from the rack. I don't like it. But I'm going to continue. I'm going to try to work through it. That's all I got to say. We got some things to discuss. Whatever.
Watch the powers that be with pics from the rack.
What's up, guys? It's Jason the X for Picks from the Rack for October 29th. There it is. Let's see. It needs to tell you that I'm Jason the X. Let's just get on with this. Roll that title sequence. Did the title sequence get its own music? Seriously? What? Oh, that's very cute. So starting off this week, I got Guardians of the Galaxy number 20. Now, this is pretty much ending the original Sin run for Guardians of the Galaxy, where we finally learn what happened with Star-Lord, Drax, and Nova. And it's not, it's a really good book. And I really can't say a lot without spoiling it, but I do like Guardians of the Galaxy and where it's been going, especially how madly popular it is. This is actually a very good book to pick up. Go ahead and check it out. Next up this week, and one that I never thought would come out, Carnage #1 from Marvel Comics. Now, if you think this is a watered down Carnage, think again. This book is full of violence, gore, and truly horrible people, with Cletus Cassidy starring in it. Really, go pick it up. And I'm warning you, for a Marvel book, I was really surprised at how much was in it. So yeah, go ahead and pick this up. And my #1 pick this week has got to be Deathlock #1. Now, this is an all-new Deathlock. This is a man by the name of Henry Hayes. It's very good. See, they're kind of merging some of the Marvel Cinematic Universe from what we've seen with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with this. This is an all-new Deathlock, like I said. He has no memory of what he does. It's almost like kind of a Winter Soldier kind of thing before, but he got unbrainwashed. Really good book. I am going to be keeping up with this one. It's my #1 pick for the week. And I don't know if this is an honorable mention, but this whole Logan Legacy thing, no, we're milking it. So anyway, guys, that's it for me, from Jason the X. For Picks from the Rack this week, make sure you catch us next week. Catch us tomorrow night, SCNS Live, Thursdays, 8 to 9 p.m. Central. Go to cinelinks.com and check out my board reviews. And make sure you like this video and go ahead and subscribe to our channel. So next time, guys, I'll catch you later.
All right, so that was Picks from the Rack, and we're going to try and figure out what's going on with that right now.
That was a mistake on my part. Sorry, it was late. I was drinking.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the powers that be handling different things.
Oh, yeah, we're going to work on
We're
that.
going to investigate on that.
Some
But in
similar
the
stuff.
meantime, because there's nothing scarier
Oh, God.
than Robin Tropy being pissed off. And tonight, we bring to you another installment of Oh Hell No.
Oh, hell no.
Hello, everybody. Been a long time, huh? Waiting for this? Okay, let's see. I don't think it can add it in. It will drop it. So don't worry about it. On May 9th of this year, God damn it, Marvin Lewis Guy was in his home, and someone decided to break into his home. So my man did what any person from Texas would do and grab his gun and start blasting on the intruder. However, it turns out that the intruder was the police. What they had was something that I just found about that's called a a no-knock raid or no-knock warrant, which means they just pretty much just walk into your home and start searching for stuff. It's usually, if it's something big they don't want you to get rid of, so they don't knock and say, hey, police, we got a warrant, blah, blah, so on and so on. They pretty much bust in and start grabbing stuff. So yeah, they come in, he starts shooting, one police officer is killed, 2 others are wounded, and another 2 were hit, but they weren't injured because of their vest. Now, of course, he was arrested and taken to jail, whatever, blah, blah, and now he's going through a court, and they're trying to give this man the death penalty.
What?
Yeah. They're looking to give him the death penalty for doing something that any goddamn American would do if someone broke in their house and they have a weapon which they would use to protect their home, their life, their family.
Now, what did they have the warrant for to begin with?
Here we go. There was an informant that told the police that there were lots of drugs in this house. They were talking keys upon keys of cocaine and whatever and so on. So the reason why they got this warrant and went to this guy's house and broke in, and I'm saying yes, they broke in at 5:30 in the morning to nab this guy is because they got a bad tip. Now, I'll tell you motherfuckers what. If the cops come to my goddamn house, tiptoeing their ass inside my house with looking for anything, I'm thinking it's an intruder. And I'm going to do the same thing he did. I'm going to come out shooting. Point blank. I'm putting buckshot in somebody's ass. Whether I get killed or not, hey, shit happens. But all I know is I hear thump, thump, doom, doom, doom. Outside my door, I'm going to grab my gun, point it at the door. That door opens up, something's going down. That's all I got to say about that. Now, this whole shit about him getting the death penalty is bullshit.
He has no reason to get the death penalty over this.
Nope, but see, this isn't the first time it's happened. The actual no-knock raids has gone up dramatically in the past couple of years. We're talking around 2008, there was about 3,000. Now we're talking something like, they say 25 to 30,000 no-knock raids.
What the hell?
Yeah, and most of it is just bad information. And some of the stories. One guy in Arkansas, can't remember the name right now, but they came in, he got a non-operational gun. Didn't work at all. It was like a replica. Went out there, cops put 5 bullets in him, took him to the hospital. He was intensive care. They pulled him out of intensive care for questioning and then arrested him for assault on the police officers that shot him.
What the fuck? Like, what is this?
A 91-year-old woman, they broke into her house, she grabbed her gun. And all these things are legal. Grabbed her gun, someone shot up in the air. She don't know who it is. It's a 91-year-old woman in her house alone. She starts bucking shots. Go ahead, Grandma. Of course, didn't end so well for her because she was shot and killed. There are just so many other stories. And to top everything off, all these drugs they said that was in this guy's house weren't there. Nothing. All they found was a pipe and a grinder, which is drug paraphernalia. But other than that, there were no drugs in the house at all. Nothing. Not even a little freaking nugget. Nothing. House is empty. Now, you know what? Fuck y'all cops.
On the tamer side of all of that, while it is a problem with these no-knock warrants and judges keep issuing them out, no judge should have signed this warrant. Unless there could have been, like I said, bad information. However, I have not a different view on it. I don't like no-knock warrants. Your knock warrant is when you hit the door with a battering ram and yell police. Now, if I'm in my home and I hear that, I'm dropping to the ground. if I hear police. I'm not going to take the chance. I'm a really good shot, and I would hate to do that. But if I hear police, I'm going to get down on the ground, and then I'm going to sue the crap out of them later. However, no-knock warrants need to stop, especially with bad intel, because I'm especially pissed about the one where the baby got injured by a flashbang. And that right there ends it for me. As soon as a child gets injured on one of these things, no more no-knock warrants. Not making any more sense. Drop them all together.
Well,
Also, if you're going to do a no-knock warrant, why the hell are you going to be surprised when someone, I don't know, shoots at you? They don't know who the fuck you are, and you're coming in at 5:30 in the morning or earlier? They're going to shoot at you, or they're going to try to defend themselves because they don't know who's going to...
Jumping on the Rob's hell no there.
all right.
Yes.
Well, then, everybody all at once.
Oh, hell no!
I felt good.
We shared a moment.
Felt really
did.
good. Yeah.
On to something happier.
Well,
All right.
relatively happier.
Well, now let's go ahead and move on from Oh Hell No, and we'll talk right now some spooky stories that gotta get you in the mood. It's Halloween.
It is
And
Halloween
we're all
tomorrow.
dressed up. I'm
Yay!
my best. Anyway, so right now we had an idea
I'm
to
a
go
banana.
ahead and share with you some of the stories that really shook us at the core,
Oh.
like spooked us out, and kind
You
of
guys
figured
in
it'd
the
be a
chat
little
got
fun.
some too. I
Yeah,
want to
if you
hear
guys-
I want to hear theirs.
If you guys have anything that you want to talk about or anything like that, please feel free. Join in on it because everybody's got a different thing that shook them up, that freaked them out, that got them scared. And without further ado, why don't we just give it to the girl who's dressed up in a Dark Hour shirt, Miss Cora Barton.
That's right, which you guys need to all go to Dark Hour tomorrow
Freaking awesome.
and
It
Saturday.
is.
It's the last weekend we're going to have our Halloween show. Yeah.
I feel really Bostonian when I say this, but it's wicked awesome. Wicked awesome. But go ahead.
Yes. Anyways, if we were going to go on, Cora, what scares you? I could list every horror movie in existence because I am a scaredy cat. However, I don't get as scared by books. But there was one book, and it actually still haunts me a little bit. It's kind of sad, actually, that it haunts me still. It was called The House on Hackman Hill. And it is looking back on it and thinking about it, it is a stupid fucking book. I got it in like 6th grade because it had something to do with mummies, and I was going through an Egyptian phase where everything was Egyptian and wonderful. I don't know. But basically there's this old abandoned house on like Hackman's Manor on Hackman Hill. And there's rumors that there's a mummy that's in there somewhere. And if you find it because it's a valuable item, then, or you get a picture of it or something, you get all of this money. And these two kids go, that sounds like a great idea, let's do it. And they start kind of uncovering the mystery of what happened to Mr. Hackman because he disappeared. And at one point they get chased by the god Anubis. And that's what terrified me so much. Because it had something to do with an Anubis statue, and I had a little Anubis statue in my room because he was my favorite god of the gods. And I always woke up in the middle of the night and I thought I saw him a lot, and sometimes that still haunts me a little bit. So that book's creepy. But yeah, we're just gonna, I have other books that scare me, but that one was one. Yeah.
No, it definitely sounds creepy, and I'm not really one that's ever read a spooky book sort of thing, but for me, one of the scariest movies for me, and I know a lot of people probably will make fun of this, but I was young when I watched this, and it was The Grudge. Yeah, that freaking creeped me out. Like seriously, that noise right there.
Stop it.
Creeped me out. Like, there's nothing more terrifying than a Japanese ghost having its revenge on you for just stepping into the house. Like, it was super creepy. And then you had that little kid, and it was like, no! And then then they had The Grudge too, and you're like, really?
Don't
Really?
forget
Sarah Michelle Gellar got away safe, and then you kill her off in the second movie.
Don't forget, because I had to watch The Grudge too. I was a little older than you. No, we were the same age.
I'm older than you.
I'm used to everyone being younger than me.
Ah, gotcha.
But don't forget the whole, let's look under the sheet. Oh, there's a thing.
Yeah.
Took away that safety.
Well, no, what my favorite part was whenever the idiot woman just decided that she's like, oh, there's something in the attic. Let me go look. Like, no, you don't go look in the attic. You get out. But she got up and she's like, oh, let me see. Oh, you know what? Let me just try and turn on this light. And then it's like, You're like, oh god, no! This is creepy.
And the whole going down the stairs and the whole
Yes!
contortion spider.
Super creepy. That's me. Jason.
Okay, not the movie, but as a kid, my grandparents had a book that they said, don't you read that book by Stephen King, which I waited until they read it and went on the shelf, and I grabbed it. And the only times I could read it were underneath my blanket with a flashlight in my room. And that's the exact point that I finished that messed up book. The movie, the made-for-TV movie, actually did not scare me as much as the book. I know everybody's like, I'm afraid of clowns. I am not afraid of clowns. I will knock a clown the hell out.
I'm afraid of that clown.
I'm afraid of Pennywise. Because down here we all float. No. I think I have actually read that book only once in my life. And it's probably the one that I actually remember the most. Like, I remember, y'all think the movie was screwed up? Read the book.
No, thank you.
Read the book. Even as an adult, I ain't reading that book ever again. But yeah, that was the thing, besides, I think, movies like Predators and Aliens scare me. That was my first real terror as a child.
It's a clown, right?
Pennywise? Well, he's a number of things. He's just a creature. He actually assumes different forms in the book.
See, I'm not dealing with no clowns.
Yeah, well,
I ain't dealing with no clowns. Clowns freak me out.
clowns are one thing.
Hate
Pennywise
clowns.
is another thing altogether. Thank you very much.
Although, excellent casting because Tim Curry.
Although,
He did make it creepy. You have to admit that.
you remember Cabin in the Woods?
Uh-huh.
Whatever, it comes out with the knife. It's like,
Didn't like it.
awesome.
Did not like it.
Love that movie. That's a
Never saw it,
fantastic
never will.
movie.
I mean, I like the movie.
Cabin in the Woods?
Really?
You don't
Yeah.
want to watch it?
Oh, we need to
Why?
make this happen.
No.
Why?
If it goes under thriller or scary thing, I don't watch it.
No. This is a completely different thing. You have got to watch
Yeah,
this.
we'll
get you in there.
we're gonna.
But
I'm scared, guys.
but now, Rob, you've got some.
Yeah. Me, like Matt, I haven't really read any real horror novels or books. I mean, way back when I read Dean R. Kuntz, Paul Saul, I think it is, whatever it is, but the biggest one was Dean R. Kuntz. But that's more thriller, not real horror. But what I did find online a couple weeks ago was something called 2-sentence horror stories.
Those things are creepy as
So,
fuck.
and actually, when I read this stuff, I was like, yeah, like, this stuff is really freaking creepy. And I was like, wow, ooh, Jesus. So, I'm just going to read the two that I thought are the creepiest out of this. You may not think so, but when I read them, I was like, yeah, okay. First one, last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07. Before she pushed her long, rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream. But as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard my closet door creak open.
Nope. Nope.
Damn! He had a premonition of his own death.
And the other one, that I actually sent this to a friend whose son was having problems of going to sleep because he's scared of the dark and stuff like that. I sent her this and freaked her the fuck out. She called me an asshole, which rightly so. I begin tucking him into bed and he tells me, Daddy, check for monsters under my bed. I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, Daddy, there's somebody on my bed.
Jason's holding me. Why? Are you actually scared?
So, there's a whole lot.
I'm not scared.
A lot of them are good, and it's just short little. But do a Google search afterwards for 2-sentence horror stories, and read away. You can find stuff that's 20, 40, whatever the hell it is, and have a good old time.
And then never sleep again.
See, I'm that guy in the movie theater that's gonna sit there and just be like, don't go in! Get out! What's wrong with you? And that's how it would be if I read those two stories. So
Well, falling.
we're just gonna move on from that. Now let's get on to something a little bit more fun and really cool. Marvel actually had their own little experience where they showed a whole bunch of new content, and they pretty much detailed their entire plan for the next few years. and one of which is, guys, we have a Black Panther.
Yes,
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman is signed on to play the Black Panther. We are getting a standalone movie with a title character who is a black superhero. I couldn't be happier. And I have inside source information. We will see the Black Panther in Captain America Civil War.
I heard he has a huge role.
He is actually
in
signed
Civil War.
on
Yeah.
for...
Because they can't use Spider-Man.
Actually,
5.
Chadwick Boseman is signed on for 5 movies.
Yeah.
So, woo!
I know.
Yeah.
It's going to be really, really good. Now, I think one of my favorite, news stories was that we have a Doctor Strange, and that's the man.
Wait.
We might not.
We don't know.
He's
Might
not
not.
been confirmed.
It's not
Either way, the man that is in talks to become Doctor Strange is the man with the greatest name ever created, is Benedict Cumberbatch.
But see, I'm not so sure I'm excited about it. Like, no, don't get me wrong. He's a fantastic actor.
That terrified me.
He is a fantastic actor. But I would like to see someone else take up a title character.
No.
Yes.
I want Benedict. The moment they said it, I was like, there can be no other.
There are other actors that would be good.
I've never seen him in anything other than Star Trek. I haven't watched Sherlock yet.
You need to. He's really
There's
good at that.
whatever other things he did I haven't seen. All I know of him is Into Darkness. And I was like, why him? There's so many other people out there. But you know what? We'll see what happens when the movie comes out.
I think he'd be a great Doctor Strange. I really do.
It's not a matter of if he would be a great Doctor Strange or not, but there are other people that would also be a better Doctor Strange.
Like who? Who would you say?
I have no names at the moment.
Okay.
Because I don't remember names well at all.
Well, moving on. There was other news, more confirmed news, and that is that we finally know what the last 2 Avengers movies are going to be.
Ooh.
And I say last 2 because there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2 of Infinity Wars.
Woo!
Yeah.
I couldn't be... Oh, God, just that shot of Thanos with the gauntlet. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Is that a right-handed gauntlet?
I think he was...
He had it on his left.
He had it
That
on
was-
his left.
He had it on his left.
Yeah,
I thought the
on his left.
Infinity Gauntlet was... No, it is a left-handed
Yeah,
gauntlet.
who cares?
So, yes.
Well, what was really awesome and what he's actually alluding to was that in that little where they were talking about, showing off everything, they had a teaser trailer that was leaked online with the Infinity Gauntlet, and you saw everything, all the different stones, or the Infinity, what are they called, Infinity Stones?
The Infinity Stone.
Yeah, the Infinity
Infinity
Stones.
Gems, Infinity Stones, whatever.
Right, the Infinity Stones, where, like, from every single movie so far.
But there was one missing.
Yeah.
There's...
One missing.
I
There's
Well,
2 missing still.
when they had his hand closed, I only saw one socket empty.
There might have been the thumb that
Well-
you saw that you didn't see.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, okay, so we've got that. But I think the biggest news that everybody is really excited about was that Captain Marvel. Which, we tried to do this. Who's going to play Captain Marvel?
Yeah, we don't
Me?
know.
Not you.
Put your
You
hand
can't
down.
play
We already
Captain
went over
Marvel.
this.
Why can't I play Captain Marvel?
Because you're not a
Because
big
too short.
name.
Yeah.
And you're too short.
You're
Nobody
too
knows
old.
who you are.
Too old to begin the training.
Don't touch me!
But who would we want to see? Who would we want to see? And you actually have a top 10 list that you have
No,
looked up online.
there were 10 lists that I saw
we can
online. Yeah.
speculate.
Okay, yeah.
They had the Stravarsky girl from Chuck.
Yeah, Yvonne. Yeah, Yvonne.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, she would be awesome.
They had her. They had Natalie Dormer, who's on Game of Thrones.
She'd be alright.
And I actually would like to see her play it, but whatever. Katie Sackhoff is being picked for everything.
No.
They're putting her name into everything because she wants to do a superhero movie.
I think she'd be great as Carol Danvers.
Can I make a call? Because I want to do this. We need to make this segment. We were right. We will see Carol Danvers on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. before her movie comes out. I'm calling it.
Are you roofing this?
I'm roofing this.
Dave roofing
I'm
this?
calling it. We will see Carol Danvers in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Right now, all of this Kree stuff that they're doing on Agents of
Yeah,
S.H.I.E.L.D.
it
links
all lines
right
up
into her
perfectly.
origin.
It all
So
does.
if they don't, well, I'm sorry, it's Marvel. Of course they're going to do it. They're perfect.
And
DC.
and then another thing that was also revealed was Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is actually going to be a lot closer than we thought it was going to be.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be really awesome as well. And another couple of leaked little trailers or I guess scenes that came out were for Avengers, and one of which was Captain America and Tony talking.
Ooh, tensions got.
I know. And you were really impressed by this.
I have a new sexuality, guys, and it is Chris Evans ripping a log in half with his bare hands.
So no, guys, realize this: you're never gonna get with Cora.
Unless
Just know that.
unless you're Chris Evans and you rip a log in half.
Unless you can rip a log in half. 'Cause
Yeah,
when he did that, I was like, I mean, 'cause we don't see that character angry.
No.
But when Stark suggests that, especially after the events of Captain America 2, which he was saying, and then he ripped that log in half, I got quiet.
Yeah.
It was one of those like,
Yeah.
uh-oh,
Yeah, like
nobody
look,
throw a chair.
you just pissed off Daddy.
Look.
Like, don't do it. Don't say it.
Even Chris Evans won't stand a chance for it because Chris Evans can't rip a log in half.
This is true.
So-
Only Captain America.
So if you're Steve Rogers and you can rip a log in half, take me.
Now there was also a
Sploosh.
really cool scene that came out during
Split her in two.
that also came out during Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that was a new scene with the trailer for Age of Ultron, and it was this kind of a cool little trailer where it had them having a party and Tony's in the Avengers mansion, and you had like it was really funny. It was really cool because they're all just trying to pick up Mjolnir, and
You know what gets me? Tony and Rhodey, they have a glove on.
Yeah.
Nothing anchoring to shoulder, muscle.
yeah, let me break off my arm.
Nope, no, nothing.
Yeah,
Cap goes over and kind of like,
wiggle.
but he goes, and Thor's got to look like,
Oh shit.
did he just move my hammer?
Yeah. But the coolest part is whenever he says, "Well, that's easy because you're not worthy," and then you hear James Spader, "Well, why would you be worthy? You're all just puppets made of string." And you're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
Why does everything Tony does die?
I do like that DC made a very weak announcement that afternoon, basically saying, "Hey, we're still relevant." You know what? Because our good friend Nazni Voles, she lives out in California now. She doesn't live here anymore. But I did send her a message through Facebook, and I said, "Would you do me a favor and go down to DC's offices in Burbank with a big ass sign that says, 'What now, bitch?'" She said, "You know, I do have a day free, so I would sing songs of your praise if you would do that for me just
Well,
outside. What now?"
See, you know what now? If DC ends up making a nice, cohesive set of movies
They
that
won't.
all fit together,
They won't.
nice and neat, and it's like, holy crap, this is why they weren't saying nothing. What would you do then?
You know what? Oh, at this point, talk is cheap with them. I'm done.
Well,
They haven't even shown me the official teaser trailer for Dawn of Justice. So, I mean, clearly y'all don't care about building up hype for this crap.
okay, all right. Well, with that being said,
Movie. Okay.
there was a timeline that came out. It was a little chart that had the rest of our, pretty much until 2020, of what we are going to be watching in the movies.
Yeah.
With everything from Marvel, DC, Fox, Sony, and every single superhero movie. So it's going to be.
Didn't put it in there, but
I know, yeah, but you can definitely check it out. We'll have it on the Facebook page. But it's really awesome. We're all going to be super broke by the end of this. But I know I'm excited
Now-
for all of it. DC, Marvel, Sony, Fox. I'll watch all of it. I don't care.
Now is the time for all you nerds, well, me more than the rest of y'all, because I'm the oldest person here, to take care of my health and everything, because I want to live to see these goddamn movies.
I'm sorry, I don't follow. I feel great.
I will run you over, boy.
That's
I
what you-
feel wonderful too.
Dude, that's what you say to me every night.
I'm sorry.
I got you. All right, so it's been a long episode, but I think any Halloween episode should be a long episode. It's been a great episode, and we've really enjoyed having you here. Big shout out to everybody who donated for Extra Life.
Thank you so much. Why are you pushing me out of the shot?
Thank you.
I'm
We were
trying to
able-
get
for
in
your
the shot.
donations.
Okay, I'm gonna move back here. We were able to raise about $2,060, and that was a part of $23,000 that went over to Cook Children's Medical Center. So really huge thank you to everybody. I know they appreciate it. We got so many emails that said thank you. And thank you for all those that were on the Twitch, that watched the Twitch channel during the 25-hour Game-a-thon. We had a blast. We had so much fun. We played so much Destiny. It's not even funny. And then I beat everybody at Madden. But anyway.
I didn't play.
Yeah, you watched me play somebody who quit.
Mm-hmm.
And then we played the Sinley's card game, which we're going to have a whole lot more with that.
Oh, yeah.
Now, following this, we also have the recap. So you want to check that out. It's powered by Cinelinx.com, as we are. And you can check all that out on Cinelinx.com. And what's also on Cinelinx.com is the Father Gamer podcast. And the Father Gamer had his own brand new episode with a brand new team that you're going to want to check out. It's really, really good, really fun. So,
There's
without
a lot of
further
adult
ado,
language in it, so you know.
it's true. Now, without further ado, subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/theUntitledSCNS. You can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/SCNS Live. You can follow us on Twitter at SCNS Live or at JasonTheX or at
Hawks Perch.
HawksPerch.
Or on Instagram at JasonTheX.
Or at Instagram. I was getting to that.
Really?
And then, yeah, I'm doing this in a cycle.
Okay.
I would say mine, but you can't spell my last name. And then at
Entropy1.
Entropy1. Instagram. Say it.
My Instagram at JasonTheX.
All right.
Mine's too long.
Okay.
I'm going to change that soon.
Just watch her for liking my
69.
Entropy69, the
Or
perfect
Entropy, whatever.
You can find me on PlayStation Network or on Xbox Live at Scepter07. That's SEPTER07. Pretty easy. And then Jason
Find me
DX.
on PlayStation 4 at Entropy_69. And if you join and you play Destiny, we're doing Vanguards.
Hell yeah, we are. It's
That's
been a
it.
lot of
If you want to do Crucible, join somebody else. Join his.
fun. Dude, I do both.
Whatever.
I do whatever. It's
You
just
were
the
like,
bounties.
we're gonna do Vanguard again.
It's the bounties. It's the bounties. Anyway, we actually do. We have revenge on that one that we have to finish. And then you can also check out Chris, the professor. What's your gamer tag, real quick? Yell it to me. I'll tell.
76 on PSN.
Chris Danger 76 on PSN.
Also, you want to go find me? It is Prof Chris K on Instagram.
Yeah, no one cares.
Prof Chris K
Prof.
on
Chris
Instagram. So guys, check us out. Email us. Talk to us. We love to hear everything that you have to say. And without further ado, guys, I think that's about it. So keep on nerding.
Keep it on.